Aston Martin is no longer ignored. The tension in Silverstone is deafening as they prepare for a resurrection in Budapest. Adrian Newey confirmed the AMR26B spec is here. This is not a minor tweak, but a complete architectural reset. Fernando Alonso stands at the precipice. At 45, with his contract expiring, he risks nerve damage from violent Honda vibrations. He drives for his legacy, while the team claims to have solved the unsolvable. But there is a secret flaw. Newey admitted their simulation tools are outdated and trace back to the 1990s. Their models do not match reality, which means wind tunnel numbers might be a lie. Free Practice 1 will validate if the real world matches simulations. If the correlation is wrong, the upgrade is worthless. What is that hidden weakness, and will it cost Alonso his career? The pain inside the cockpit is a medical emergency. Alonso revealed he cannot drive more than 25 laps without risking nerve damage. Lance Stroll described it as feeling electrocuted. Honda vibrations shake the entire chassis, forcing the team to cap driver running in Australia. You cannot develop a car if your drivers are too injured to test it. This integration failure destroyed data reliability. Sensors give false readings because noise drowns out the signal. 10 retirements in 10 races were linked to shaking issues. Aston Martin sits second last with only 1 point. The human cost is overlooked while other teams push limits, but vibration was only part of the nightmare. The car also carried a secret weight penalty. The AMR26 started over 15 kilograms overweight. In modern Formula One, this is a death sentence. Excess mass destroys tire life as rubber works harder to drag weight through corners. Degradation was so steep, drivers had to lift and coast. The penalty ruined low-speed rotation and killed top speed. For much of the season, Aston Martin was slower than Cadillac. The root cause was a rushed design. When you rush, you add material for strength, lacking time to optimize. This created a robust but slow car. The team realized minor updates would never fix a 15-kilogram deficit. They stopped bringing upgrades to gather data for one massive gamble. But why were they rushing in the first place? Newey revealed serious work on the 2026 car did not begin until mid-March 2025. This put Aston Martin months behind rivals. The model did not enter the wind tunnel until mid-April. That delay compromised every decision. When chasing the clock, you prioritize production speed over design perfection. This late start forced reliance on older processes from the Jordan era. These methods were not designed for 2026 regulations. The rush meant weight-saving opportunities were missed. Chassis structures were made heavier to pass safety tests quickly. While others refined cars with small updates, Aston Martin stood still. They endured pain to focus resources on one upgrade, but this relied on a critical assumption. Newey refused to quote a lap time gain. He admitted simulation tools are not good enough. Outdated processes do not correlate with the real world. Wind tunnel numbers might be phantom performance. Engineers cannot guarantee the 2-second gain will materialize. Free Practice 1 is the most important hour of their season. They must validate simulations immediately. The factory worked flat out, leaving them short on spare parts. Mike Crack admitted a crash could derail the weekend. They bet everything on one session. If the gap proves too wide, the team faces a crisis. And this uncertainty explains why the 3-second rumor is complicated. The package in Hungary is basically a new car. Aston Martin re-homologated and crash-tested the chassis again. Newey confirmed the core architecture remains, but they stripped weight from chassis and gearbox. This program aims to reach the minimum weight limit. Every gram removed helps competitiveness. Visible changes include a new nose and revised surfaces. They put a leaner skin over existing hardware. Front suspension is unchanged, but rear was revised for airflow. These adjustments clean up airflow to reduce drag. The team hopes cleaner aero works with lighter chassis to unlock performance. This is a complete technical reset. But even if this fix works, a major power deficit remains. The 3-second figure combines 2 upgrades. The Hungary package is worth around 2 seconds. Since Aston Martin is 3.4 seconds off pace, this only moves them to midfield. The rest comes after summer break at Zandvoort. Honda got permission for mid-season upgrades due to a power deficit. At Zandvoort, Honda will introduce a revised engine with 50 more horsepower. This boost is worth up to a second per lap. So the 3 seconds is split between chassis fix in Budapest and power fix in Netherlands. This explains Newey's caution. The aero package is only half the battle. The car still lacks raw power until the engine upgrade arrives. The success of this B-spec car dictates Alonso's future. His contract expires soon and he turns 45 days after Hungary. He will use summer break to decide if he stays. Newey admitted this upgrade is critical for keeping him. The champion wants tangible progress. If the team proves they are moving forward, Alonso stays. If it fails, he will not waste his final years fighting for 16th place. Stroll invested hundreds of millions and hired Newey. Excuses are no longer valid. This B-spec AMR 26 is the first real test of the Newey era. If it works, it could be the greatest turnaround in history. If it fails, the team faces a dark winter. In Budapest, Aston Martin races for their soul. And for Alonso, the checkered flag may be the last thing he chases.